Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
Looking for a life insurance company that specializes in what you actually need? Protection. Call Danny today with Symmetry Financial. Danny is certified in all 50 states, which means Symmetry Financial is not limited and has over 30 companies to choose from. Symmetry Financial has proved time and time again that their options and pricing is just better than the rest. Give Danny a call today at 828-994-1681 to see how Symmetry Financial can make life simple.
Coming soon, the new wave of hydration and energy drink HIQ. This new product is all natural with no caffeine and gives you a major boost of hydration and energy. No twitching effect or crashing like the old energy drinks. You can visit our website at www.liquidhiq.com or Twitter at HiQ2015 to learn more about this amazing energy drink. What is your level?
Live your life and just let go. If you try, then you will know.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
This episode is an exclusive production solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any publication, reproduction, transmission of the accounts without the express written consent or permission is restricted and prohibited. To hear this replay or other previous podcasts, download on iHeartRadio, iTunes Radio, and TuneIn. As always, this show is for you. Thank you for listening.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
was so proudly held at twilight's last gleam, whose rust was and by stars through perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, pursuing let peace stream. Oh, sailors that star-spangled
Good evening, everybody, from the Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight. The Josh White Racing eSports Truck Series brought to you by Max Speed TV, as well as CRN, the audio broadcast live on the internet. I hope you enjoy yourself this evening. Unfortunately, Wesley Outland unable to make it this evening, but again, we'll bring him back next week. A little bit of a delay with him, but I'll be the voice tonight. Ray Richard here with you all night long through the Josh White Racing eSports League, as well as our in-race reporter. Let's see, what number are you? You're number 01 in that Bruzy machine, Robert McFarland. Robert, how you doing out there? How's the track, and how's the truck feel this evening?
Hey, Ray, I tell you what, every time I get a chance to work with you and Michael with Max Speed TV, it is a blessing. This track is going to be very slick. It's going to be very fast, and I can tell you from experience, I've been out there practicing, the tire's going to fall off in a huge amounts. I do want to thank my sponsor. Get him in here real quick, Abruzzi USA. Guys, ladies, kids, you're watching this, you want some really cool racing gloves. If you're just playing around or you're serious, go to Abruzzi USA. Your way, Ray. It's going to be fun to be here tonight. Thank you.
Abruzzi, a good sponsor. Well, I carry them myself on my vehicles, and very good equipment, as I can honestly say for myself. But with that being said, qualifying is on. 1.54 miles, the Atlanta Motor Speedway, 4 turns, of course. 29 trucks tonight in the Josh White Racing A-Series truck race. And let's see, qualifying 10 minutes, 2 laps. These guys out on the track right now. It's going to be 130 laps tonight. Guy at the top of the practice anyways, was Garrett Maines in that 57 machine, 30.759. Matthew Lee in second. No stranger for being in this top 5, Matthew Lee himself. Sacco as well in the 29 machine, third fastest, 30.856. Doesn't matter right now. Qualifying is on. We'll see if we can bring those speeds to the top. Right now, Chris Baines with the 54 machine on his second lap. He is in second, was first for a moment until Michael McKinnon pushed him down. As we see right now out on the track, the number 13 will follow him around for his couple laps here.
Yeah, Ray, I tell you one thing. This track temperature from 1 hour ago has dropped from 106 degrees. I'm looking at it as we speak. The track temperature is down to 93. So I'm thinking as the sun starts to go down here in Atlanta, the track temp's going to go down and the speeds are going to pick up.
They don't call it hot Atlanta for nothing. I can tell you right now, with 93 degrees, it may sound a little hot, but most of the time your track temperatures, you got to realize at Talladega last week, the track temperature was above 120 degrees. These guys were driving on greasy, slick surface with these tires, but again, out tonight, it's 1.5 miles compared to 2.66. Nicholas Sacco right now at the top of the board. First qualifying, 30.867, a little bit slower than his practice time, but he'll slow it down as he comes around. And we'll get our next guy up on the screen here. Looks to be, again, Nicholas Sacco right now on top. 111 right now. Brandon Hughes around for his second lap. Slows it down. 5th place, 31.048. Actually a little bit faster than his practice time, 31.063. Able to take and recreate what he was doing in practice. These guys have got a long way to go tonight. It is going to be a long race. There is no limit on tires that I've seen, I can tell you. There is something that iRacing has actually implemented this past couple weeks, so they can take and set up a legal amount of tires. Like last week or last night, I ran a race, myself, 3 sets, and it'll tell you how many got left, rights, doesn't matter. And with that all being said tonight, it is unlimited. Again, incident count 0 as well. You can go out and beat and bang with these guys, not going to hurt anything. And with that all being said as well, 3 minutes into this session, so we've got about 7 minutes left before we go out and get things lined up for tonight's feature event.
Yes, Ray, a couple other important pieces of information. These trucks do have unlimited tires for tonight, and these drivers are going to be grabbing tires every time they can when they come on pit road. You're going to see a wide variety, I think, of pit strategy, not so much in the beginning of the race, but towards the end if we do have some late caution pit stops, and or if we run the last 20 laps green, fuel strategy could come into play. And I'm thinking with these quality drivers near the end of the race, we could have a long pit green where people have to come in and actually get fuel and or tires. That could be what determines the winner of this race.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to watch, fuel, especially in the long run here. Fuel and tires obviously determine a lot in any race. Well, horsepower is also at it. So if you do damage your truck, that will hurt, obviously, horsepower, and that's the way iRacing is set up. Joshua Slate in the 22 out right now on the track, making his second round about it. He'll bring it down to the bottom. He is done with his second lane, down in the apron. 6th fastest right now on the board, 31.016. Now, one of the guys we were looking at earlier, the 25 of Michael Edmondson, he was in 13th place, got knocked down. There was a 43 of Jason Maines who actually took over the second place spot while that was all happening. And as we get over here, Stephen Waltrip right now on the track. He has not made any laps just yet. He'll bring it down the backstretch for his warm-up lap. We'll watch him through as we have 5 minutes left in this qualifying session. He arcs it down close he can do to the bottom. Still not scrubbing off too much speed. Still on the loud pedal. Comes off a turn 4 on the high side. Brings it right down to the first stripe. And that'll cost the first lap. Result for him right now, 3rd fastest on his first lap, 30.943. Matched almost identical to what he had in practice. He'll bring it around turn 2. Still has another one flat out going. Great line up by the wall. Loses rear in just a hair for a second. Down the backstretch he'll go. Again, 3rd fastest right now for Waldrop. But LaBeouf knocks him off into 4th place. This might put the 51, though, above LaBeouf on his second lap. As we bring it around turn 4. 51 hammers it down through the front straight. And he'll cross the stripe. Looking for the result. Nothing yet. I'm wondering if he tapped the wall or something. I did see him get loose out of 2. They didn't count that second lap. I'm wondering if he had made contact. With that being said, the number 9, LaBeouf there in 3rd spot, coming off a turn 4 for a second time around. He'll bring it to the stripe this time. Still in 3rd place spot. Okay, 30.916. Apparently he had a problem on his second lap too. But he gets knocked down. Garrett Maines right now in the 57 is at the top of the field, and he is out for his first lap. And that was his first go-around. Out by the wall he'll go. He'll tap it off a turn 2. Just like the other 2 guys did, and that'll knock off his second lap. But again, that's enough to put him on the point tonight for today's feature event. Again, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. A couple of these guys have yet to take time. Fulton in the 19 machine. Actually, he's out right now, has not made his first lap. On the warm-up, he'll come out of turn 4 with that 19. Bring it down to the bottom, see where he goes for his first lap. As high as the top 5. 5th place spot right now, 30.94. Bring it around, still full throttle. Keep in mind, here's how qualifying works. When you get around your first lap, the warm-up lap, you can hammer it down through. You get 1 quick lap, and the next lap is going to be even faster because you got to realize the first lap, you're up to full song with these trucks, and you can pull over the start-finish line faster than you did the last time. Again, Fulton in 5th right now, laying down his second lap. He'll bring it across the stripe in 5th. 30.94 last time, and why are they only qualifying 1 lap? I happen to see that. 2 laps is the deal. Still no change in that. 5th place, he'll start on the inside of the 3rd row.
Yes, Ray, I wanted to mention Garrett Maines, if I'm not mistaken, is the number 11th top-rated driver in iRacing right now. And if our broadcaster, D'Amico, would like to see and show the fans what a qualifying lap looks like. I'm getting ready to go out myself in the Abruzzi 01